Jackie, as you can see, there are still several people walking down Central Avenue. Conditions have calmed down just a little bit in this part of town, but as you can see, this is the aftermath. Police just arrived and actually are cleaning up that illegal dumping. Now, this trail isn't used that often, and that's why Dr. Leslie Chavez was so shocked to see these old computers. It was supposed to be your typical Lyft ride last night, but turned into anything but after the driver and his passenger were left trying to dodge bullets. This is the aftermath of a car plowing through Jose Romero's wall last Monday. Members of the Republican Party of New Mexico were shocked to find still traders spray painted just outside their doors. As you can see behind me, there still is a crowd here watching crews work and taking pictures of what's left of the monument. Members of the Asian community in Albuquerque say they want people to know Asians shouldn't be a target of hate. The owners of Sandia Fitness have been loaning out some of their gym equipment like weights and much more. People are thrilled that the hometown favorite Holly Holm defeated her opponent Raquel Pennington. As you can see, this place is packed right now.
Many witnesses are still shaken from this morning's crash. People near the busy intersection captured the horrific scene on their phones. News 13's Brady Wakayama is live off Central and Unser with their reaction. Brady.
Jackie, we spoke with witnesses who say they're heartbroken for the families, and they say they are still in disbelief about this tragic crash.
I freaked out. First of all, I thought, am I really seeing this? Is this really happening?
Many are still in disbelief from witnessing this morning's devastating hot air balloon crash and the aftermath. Several people took action, rushing to the scene at Central and Unser around 7 Saturday morning, calling 911 to see if they could help.
We just seen all the people, so we rushed to get a fire extinguisher and try to turn off everything so we could get to them.
But unfortunately, it was too late.
I pulled up immediately, and when I pulled up, just people crying, people with their phones talking probably to loved ones. I think shock.
Tamara Sanchez was in her backyard when she saw only the envelope that had separated from the gondola. And she wasn't the only one who saw the traumatic scene unfold. Several viewers shared their videos with us of the envelope as it floated in the sky after the crash, but we will not show the crash itself. Mayor Keller and APD Chief Harold Medina thanked the many bystanders who tried to save the 5 victims.
Everybody who is here today and who assisted and risked themselves, I just personally want to say thank you from the Albuquerque Police Department.
The feeling of pain from Saturday's crash for our community is a feeling that will never be forgotten. But for the time being, Karina Chavez and her daughter, who live nearby, are placing flowers and candles at the crash site to honor the victims.
There's people who lost their life very tragically today, and no one deserves to start their day so beautifully and maybe thinking that it's one of maybe the best days of their lives, and it actually becomes the last day of their life.
And it's unclear how long police will be out here. Central is open, but about a block of Unser just south of Central remains closed. It was supposed to be your typical Lyft ride last night, but turned into anything but after the driver and his passenger were left trying to dodge bullets.
Right here, and I just seen him looking back, running at me like that, and all of a sudden I seen boom, the sparks fly from the first shot, and just continue down the alleyway.
It's a ride that Isaiah Zamora will never forget. He's been driving for Lyft for more than a year now, but never thought he would drive into the line of fire.
I've probably done around 1,300 rides, and never once have I ever been shot while driving.
He says he was dropping off a customer near the corner of Silver and 14th last night. As she was getting out, 3 shots were fired at his car, busting his back windows and nearly hitting him and his customer.
Really thankful to be alive. I mean, a foot the other way and that bullet would have took me out. If my passenger was sitting in the back, it would have definitely hit her.
Zamora told her to get in the car and then drove off, driving about a block away to call 911.
Just to get out of harm's way, just to get out of there, get my customer to safety, and hopefully they don't come around and come after us, keep shooting or something.
Samora says he and his customer weren't hit by any of the bullets, but says his customer was bleeding from her ear from the broken glass. Despite last night's scare, Samora says he still plans on getting back behind the wheel.
I still got to make money. I still got to work right now and do my best. So, I mean, yeah, as soon as I get my car fixed, I'll be still continue driving for Lyft.
Samora says it will cost about $300 to $500 to replace his back windows, and he says that he did not get a good look at the suspect.
A 10-year-old Albuquerque boy out riding his bike stopped to help a hot air balloon crew. But while he helped, thieves targeted his bike. News 13's Brady Wakayama reports on how there was still a happy ending. Hot air balloons landing near your home is one of the perks of living in Albuquerque.
They're not anywhere else in the world, just New Mexico, and I think that's really cool.
A couple weeks ago, 10-year-old Nico was riding his bike with his mother Tristan walking next to him in their neighborhood near Irving and Golf Course when a hot air balloon flew over their heads.
This is super cool!
Nico was so excited, he left his bike behind near his home and they followed the balloon.
If you're lucky enough to have a balloon, land in your front yard in Albuquerque, you roll up your sleeves and you help them take it down.
After helping the crew pack up the balloon, which took about an hour, they got back to their home and realized Nico's bike was missing. The two went looking for it with no luck.
I guess I snapped back to reality and I can no longer trust my community. It's just really heartbreaking that somebody would do that.
Tristan says it was devastating. She's a single mom who has been unemployed since March because of the pandemic and couldn't afford a new one. So she took to the website Reddit, expressing her frustration. Within hours, the unexpected happened.
Several people offered to buy him a new bike. They offered to fix bikes that were in their garage. They offered to clean them up.
Tristan says an anonymous woman sent her the money to buy a new bike, and a local balloonist offered to take the two up for their own balloon ride.
Growing up, chasing balloons myself, and those memories that I have of that, I was just so excited that Nico was excited about balloons, and to be able to share that excitement with him and take him up on a flight.
Nico is now on cloud 9 with his new bike and balloon ride coming up.
We really, really will never, ever forget this for the rest of our lives. Thank you so, so much.
Brady Wakayama, KRQE, News 13.